Hello everyone, I'm Arshika and welcome back to my channel. So first of all, I want to thank you all for the support you have shown me in my last video, and I've decided to make book recommendations regularly. So in this video, I'm going to talk about books for 5 to 6 years old children. They are mostly in class 1. So I read these books when I was a kid and then I gave them to my brother who really enjoyed them, and I hope you like them too. So without further ado, let's begin. So the first book I'm going to talk about is Paddington by Michael Bond, and it's about a bear from darkest Peru who travels to the Paddington station. There he meets Mr. and Mrs. Brown, who decide to take him to their home, as you know he's lost and all. They name him Paddington after the station. Paddington is very funny, cute and polite. He raises his hat to everybody. He loves eating marmalade, and this is a very good book. It's written wonderfully and the illustrations are also very nice. Let me show you one picture like this. Okay, so you should surely read this book. There are others in the series too, like these, but this one is my favorite. The next book I'm going to talk about is The Gruffalo, and it's a very good book. It's about a mouse who takes a stroll through the forest, and he meets some creatures who want to eat him. Of course, he's a small little mouse. Okay, but he scares them, saying that he's going to meet an imaginary creature, the Gruffalo, and then they feel scared, of course. Okay, and that's how he scares them. Now I'm not going to give you the spoiler. You can read this book and enjoy it. The illustrations are good and it's very poetic too. Like, let me read something. On went the mouse to the deep dark wood. A snake saw the mouse and the mouse looked good. Where are you going to, little brown mouse? Come for a feast in my log pile house. It's wonderfully good of you, snake. But no, I'm having a feast with a Gruffalo. Okay, so it's very good, and there's another book called The Gruffalo's Child, which is also nice. There are other books by the same author. They are The Hamilton's Hat and The Smartest Giant in Town. You can read these books. They are really nice. So the next book I'm going to talk about is The Naughty Little Rabbit, The Tale of the Naughty Little Rabbit by Beatrix Potter. It's about Peter Rabbit who lives with his mother and 3 sisters. One day his mother has to go out and wants them not to go into Mr. McGregor's farm. But being the naughty little rabbit that he was, he goes straight into the farm. There he starts eating all the vegetables and fruits, but then Mr. McGregor spots him. Read the book to know if he catches him or not. There's another book by Beatrix Potter, and that's The Tale of Mrs. Tiggywinkle. Okay, it's about a girl Lucy, who loses her 3 handkerchiefs and a penny. Okay, and while searching for them, she meets Mrs. Tiggywinkle. Read this book to know the adventure she has with her. These books have good illustrations, and they are really good. You should surely read them. The next book I'm going to talk about is Funny Bones. So it is a very funny book, and it's also my brother's favorite. So the first part is the first few lines. The beginning is very engaging and it will encourage the child to read more. Like, let me read it to you. This is how the story begins. On a dark, dark hill, there was a dark, dark town. In the dark, dark town, there was a dark, dark street. In the dark, dark street, there was a dark, dark house. In the dark, dark house, there was a dark, dark staircase. Down the dark, dark staircase, there was a dark, dark cellar. And a dark, dark cellar, some skeletons lived. Okay, so it is the story about a big skeleton, a little skeleton, and the dog skeleton. Okay, and it's very funny, and you can read this book to know what happens in the story, and you will surely like this one. Okay, so the next book I'm going to talk about is The Cat in the Hat by Dr. Seuss. It's a very popular children's book, and You might have heard about it earlier. So it's about two children who are getting bored at home. They can't go outside, it's raining, and then a cat comes into their house and shows them many tricks, and it's very funny. You'll enjoy it. Okay, and there are other books in the series as well, and you can also check them out, but right now I just talked about this one. So now I'm going to talk about this book, Meet the Robinsons. Okay, so there's a movie about this book, so you can read the book and then watch the movie. I like reading the book first and then watching the movie, because that way the book would be more interesting, as you won't know the spoilers. So this book is about a boy, an orphan, whose name is Lewis, and there's a science fair and he keeps preparing everything. Okay, and he loves inventing many things, and people don't want to adopt him because of that. Okay, so for the science fair he keeps working all night, and science fair he meets this boy called Wilbur, who says he's from the future. Read this book to know what adventure he has with Wilbur, and it's a very interesting book and you'll surely enjoy it. There are other books from the Disney. There are other Disney books too, which you can read. They are Pocahontas, or The Princess and the Frog, or The Little Mermaid. So you should read this book. You'll find them very interesting. So now I'm just going to talk about some books from Ladybird. Okay, it's a very popular publication and it publishes many children novels. So they are Where We Go, from Keywords with Ladybug, then The Little Mermaid, Happy Birthday Spot, The Pied Piper of Hamelin, Pinocchio, then there is The Sports Day. There's also Peter and the Wolf, Runaway Duckling, Jack and the Beanstalk. It's very famous. Okay, then and there are many others which you can read too. So these are mostly level 4 books because it's suitable for 5 to 6 years old children. They're very popular and most of you would be knowing the story, but you can also read these books, and the books are also very interesting and the illustrations are amazing. Okay, so we have come to the end of the video and I hope you enjoyed it. I also enjoyed recommending you so many books and I hope you read some of them. So bye for now, and I'll see you in my next video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. So this is Arshika signing off. Peace.